Hey everyone, it's Joy here. I am super excited to share the Snow Crystals card making kit. I really love snowflakes, so this kit was so much fun to work with. I have 3 cards I'm sharing with you, and I'm also sharing some of the add-ons that you can get for this kit. So what's in the kit is the Swirling Sentiments, then you have the Snow Crystals stamp and coordinating dies, and they are so pretty. Then you have the Serene Snowflake, the Insiders Snow Crystals, then you have the All That Glitters Fluffy Snow and Iridescent Rhinestones, along with some little envelope stickers, and of course your zipper bag that's going to hold all of your goodies. Then you have your add-ons. You have the Swirling Snow background stamp and the Foil-It Swirling Snow, and some of the Foil-It pieces look like that background. Then you have the circle die, a red glitter cardstock, gold glitter, and a light blue glitter cardstock, foam sticky circles. Then you have some Deco foil in Silver Star, Denim, and Opal. The embossing powder is red peppermint scented. It smells so good. And gold. I'm going to be using VersaMark ink and Oreo ink, along with sugar cube cardstock, a powder tool, and a MISTI. So I have my pieces of foil on my Foil-It pieces of cardstock, and I'm going to run this through the Mink machine. I already have it set. The light is green. I have it set on 5, and when you run through, it heats it up, and when you pull this back, look at that background. Now that background matches the Swirling Snow background stamp. So if you don't have the Foil-It pieces, you can use that add-on, the Swirling Snow background. And look at that opal. It's so pretty. It still looks black until you turn it to the side, and I love that. Okay, on some sugar cube cardstock, I am going to ink up the Snow Crystals, stamps. So I'm using, for this first stamping, I used 4 of the 5 snowflakes. I am using some VersaMark embossing powder. I did prep my cardstock with a powder tool, and this is the peppermint, the red peppermint embossing powder, and it smells like peppermint, you guys. It smells so good. I am prepping another piece of sugar cube cardstock, inking it up with VersaMark ink. This time I have all 5 of the snowflakes, and I am going to use the gold embossing powder. So these are going to be used for 2 of the cards, and then 1 of the cards I will not use these snowflakes. So once I have the powder on, I'm going to heat that with my heat tool until they're melted, and then I will use the coordinating dies to die cut out all of these snowflakes. I'm going to tape those in place with some low tack tape. I'm just getting this lined up, and then once all of these are taped down securely, then I can run this through my die cut machine. Now, one of these cards is going to be a shaker card. So I'm starting with one of the circle dies that I'm going to put in place right in the center of that full sheet that we foiled, the full snowflake sheet. Then I cut a larger circle of acetate that I'm going to put on the back of that. And I also wanted to mention that I do have a little extra bonus project right at the end. It's super simple and quick, so stick around for that. I want to add some of my foam sticky circles. I ran out of the circles, but I am using the leftover spot pieces because you don't want to waste it. It's perfect for making a shaker. So I'm adding the material around the open circle. I'm adding some of that All That Glitters Fluffy Snow right in the center of that red glitter cardstock. And you can see the red glitter cardstock around the outside edge, which I think is so pretty. Of course, I want to add these red snowflakes that we did the heat embossing with. I'm popping some of them up with foam tape and the other one just directly to the background. But I love that red and white glitter in the center where that shaker piece is. I think it's so stunning. This one's going to be adhered to the gold glitter cardstock. And these are the gold snowflakes that we heat embossed. And I'm going to fill in that piece down the center that's opened. Now, this background is the opal one, so you can't tell unless you move it from side to side. So it's kind of gives you a little extra surprise. Some of these I'm popping up with some foam tape. Other ones I'm going to adhere directly to the background. And then I'm going to trim the excess off, and all of these will be added to a white A2 size card base. The last one is to the light blue glitter cardstock. This one was with the denim foil. I'm adding some liquid glue to these open circles, and I'm going to add more of that, all that glitters fluffy snow to this. I thought it'd be a fun little extra detail to the snowflake itself. And then I can set that aside to dry. Now I have the sentiments from the Swirling Sentiments. I have one that says Merry Christmas, Let It Snow, and Happy Holidays. I'm going to ink this up with Oreo ink, and I really love how fine the sentiment is. Like, the font itself is so thin. I used the background grid to stamp my sentiments to make sure they were nice and straight, and then I can just trim these out with a paper trimmer. I'm going to add my sentiment, the Let It Snow, to the red and white snowflake card. This is the shaker card. I'm going to add some of those iridescent rhinestones to the centers of the red snowflakes, just to give them a little something extra. But it was sticking to me and not to my tool. I think that's so pretty. Then I'm going to do the sentiment that says Happy Holidays on the gold and opal background. I'm going to tuck that in towards the bottom, again adding some rhinestones to the snowflakes themselves. And then I also decided to add some in that center piece that has a lot of that white area. I thought it'd be great to kind of fill in more of that white area where I do not have snowflakes. So I'm just going to add a few more of those. I love these because they're different sizes, and I love different size sequins or rhinestones or whatever it is. I like to use different sizes. So I like to lay those out first, and then I can come back in once I like the placement and add my glue. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, let's do our last card. This one says Merry Christmas. Now, you could do it the way I am doing it here, where I have the sentiment smaller than that whole wide strip, or you could do the sentiment the length of the strip, or you could just stamp the sentiment right on that foilet background. However you like, I think it all looks just fine. Again, adding more of these iridescent rhinestones to the outside of this, just kind of around the snowflake. These just add a little something extra. Okay, so here's this little bonus idea. I took the Serene Snowflake, die cut it 3 times from Sugar Cube cardstock, and then once each from the gold, blue, and red glitter cardstock. I'm going to adhere those 2 pieces together, add a little bit of gold string from my stash, and then you have these little snowflakes that you could add to a Christmas package as just another decoration, and they also match your card. So here I am adhering the inside pieces. These are the Insiders Snow Crystals. I love this. I think this is so smart. And I'm just centering that on the inside of the panel. And then let's take a look at these cards up close. Look at that shaker card. It's so pretty. I love all the snowflakes, all the foiling. I love the foilet sheets. If you can, you definitely need to get those as an add-on for your kit. Look at that beautiful opal and gold. And there's your little matching snowflake. And then of course the blue here. So beautiful. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. You can find all of these products at the Tailored Expressions web store at tailoredexpressions.com.